All right, everybody. Thank you for joining the CUSG Save to Win product overview for Q2. This session is being recorded. Before we start, a couple of housekeeping items. My name is Andre Mello, and I am the program manager alongside Jessica Thalen here at CUSG for the Save to Win program. It is a product that we're very proud of because it aligns itself very nicely with credit union missions. And it not only helps spread the gospel of financial responsibility, but it also allows credit unions to be able to attract members that would otherwise not consider credit unions for their financial needs, or energize their membership in order to be able to save a little bit more. We're going to go through the presentation. It shouldn't take any more than 30 minutes or so. If you have a question on the GoToWebinar dashboard, there is a section with questions. If you could write down the question that you have throughout the presentation, I will leave some time at the end to make sure that we're answering any questions that you may have. Unfortunately, because this is a recorded session, we will not be opening up the lines for questions to be asked through audio. So just please make sure to put in the questions in the question box, and we will get to them at the end of the presentation. In addition to that, the recording is going to be sent out after the meeting with this presentation alongside other materials that you may need to be able to review Save to Win and see if this is a program that you want to be able to implement within your credit union. All right, so let's start out. So Save to Win, it's a fun path to financial responsibility. So I like to be able to start out the presentation by discussing prize link savings accounts and what they are, and how they can potentially benefit credit unions and members. So the truth is that everyone loves a chance to win. In fact, so much so that 48% of adults in the United States actively pay the lottery. So that is not just a random buying of a Powerball when there's over $400 million. These are people that are actively playing the lottery week in and week out. In fact, the lottery is so prominent within our country that $70 billion are spent in lotteries every year. I mean, that's a crazy amount of money to be able to spend on a chance to be able to win some money, and with very, very low odds of potentially winning. And what's even crazier about that is that 72% of the lottery revenue comes from players that are making less than $50,000 a year. So these are the people that should not be investing their money in a chance to be able to win a lump sum of money, but should be saving this amount for a rainy day, or to be able to save for a purpose, such as putting a down payment on a car, or saving for a down payment on a house, or just saving a nest egg in the event that they have some difficulties. So the question was asked, what if we could enter a drawing, so still have a chance to win, but keep the money we invest and also gain interest on our investment? Well, the answer is prize link savings. So the prize link savings accounts are savings accounts, typically a shared certificate account, that provides account holders with a chance to win prizes when they save. So it incentivizes positive financial habits while adding the fun of being able to participate in a raffle. So what is Save to Win? Save to Win is the longest running prize link savings program in the country. It was developed by a nonprofit organization called Commonwealth. So Commonwealth, their mission is to be able to help educate people on financial responsibility and help them become a little bit more financially responsible. So they were researching ways in which they could incentivize people to save more, and they found out that in the UK and in South Africa, prize link savings programs were very common and very successful. So they were looking to be able to bring this to the United States, and they partnered with the Filene Research Institute and us, the CU Solutions Group, to be able to generate a program in which people could be incentivized to save. They looked at Michigan to be able to launch their pilot program because Michigan had favorable laws regarding prize link savings. So they partnered with the Michigan Credit Union League, which is an affiliate of ours, to be able to develop this program. And it's been running now for over 10 years, and we currently have 123 credit unions running in over 16 states. So how is Save to Win set up? This is how it works. So a credit union joins the Save to Win program. So there is an entry fee to be able to participate. The entry fee is used to be able to fund prizes and cover our administration costs. But once you have joined the program, now your members are able to open a Save to Win account. So once they have their account, for every $25 that they save, they get an entry into monthly and quarterly drawings. And now they have a chance to win up to $5,000 for the national program. And if they're in Washington, there would be a chance to win up to $1,000. So in the end, not only do they have a chance to win, but they also have the money that they invested in and also the additional interest on the money that they saved. So it's a win-win-win for them. In addition to that, they can use the money saved to be able to either roll it over to the next year and continue these positive financial habits that they have created, or they can use the money to be able to, purchase something that they've been intentionally saving for, whether it's, saving for school or potentially a down payment on a car. So here are the features and requirements for a Save to Win account. It is a 12-month shared certificate account. It is free for members to be able to not only open, but to be able to maintain. So there's no monthly fees for them to be able to participate in the Save to Win accounts. We allow our credit unions to be able to set their own interest rate on this shared certificate. And the reason we do that is because we really want Save to Win to be able to fit with the objectives that your particular credit union has. So for example, if you want to use Save to Win as a unique differentiator to be able to attract members, like new member acquisition, you can certainly set an interest rate that's a little bit higher to be able to catch people's attention. If you already have products that are offering different interest rates or reward checking accounts, if you want to be able to set your interest rate to be able to fall in line with the range of interest rates that you have within your organization, you also can do that. So we provide you with the flexibility to be able to set the interest rate to be able to meet the objectives that you set forth for your credit. There is an open deposit and balance requirement of $25, so it's a pretty low investment to be able to open the account and be able to keep it open for the year and be able to save whenever the member has a chance. There are no minimum or maximum deposits per month allowed. However, we do provide the flexibility for credit unions to be able to put a cap on the total amount that is saved for the year. The only thing that we ask is that you allow members to be able to save up to $3,000, because this will allow them to be able to maximize the number of entries that they can within the program. Because the Save to Win program is one to be able to not only incentivize savings, but be able to have savings within a long period of time, we do not allow for multiple withdrawals within the account. So, but we do understand that, at times there's going to be emergencies in which your members might need to be able to access those funds. So we allow for one withdrawal per 12-month term for a $25 penalty. And the only reason we do that is because we want to avoid the Save to Win account to become like a regular savings account in which people are depositing and withdrawing. We want to be able to have people build their savings over time. In addition to that, we also don't want people taking advantage of the program and removing, withdrawing money from their account and depositing again just so that they could win entries. Speaking of entries, the way that you win entries in the Save to Win program is that for every $25 in month-over-month balance increase, the account holder is going to earn one entry into the month and quarterly drawing. Just a note that if you are in Washington, we also have an annual drawing for the Washington program for Save to Win. Now, the reason why we set it up as a $25 month-over-month balance increase instead of a straight entry per deposit or an entry per $25 is that we wanted to be able to incentivize people to be able to save as much money as they could throughout the month. So if somebody had $5 in the beginning of the month and $20 at the end of the month, as long as they're saving $25 month over month, they would win an entry into the Save to Win program. So the whole idea is that every penny counts, so the more that you save, the more chances you're going to have to win. Now, in order to be able to make the program fair and equitable for everybody within the, that's participating, we have put a cap as to how many entries each account holder can receive per month and per quarter. So you can receive up to 10 entries a month. So that's $25 a month over month balance increase gives you one entry. So for a total of $250, you're able to maximize your chances to win for that month's drawing with 10 entries. And the reason we did that is because we didn't want people to come in and put down, let's say, $5,000 and really increase the chances to win in a particular month. We wanted to be able to set up a program in which people are still saving a significant amount of money, which is $250 a month, while having a fair chance to be able to win the monthly and quarterly prizes. So the Save to Win program is a national program that runs in authorized PLS states. Currently, there are 32 states that allow for PLS, and Save to Win is allowed to be able to run in 26 of those states. In order for you to be able to participate in the program, there is an entry fee, and the entry fee goes towards funding the prizes for the program and also to cover our administration costs in executing it. The costs, and we were going to be covering the entry, the fees to be able to join the program in just a minute, but the costs are based on credit union size. So the larger credit union, the higher the amount to be able to contribute. And the reason we do that is because the more members that you have, the more likelihood you are that you're going to have multiple accounts. And the more accounts you have, the better chances are that you're going to have a winner within your credit union. So in order to be able to make this fair to all size credit unions and all members, we have a difference in cost depending on credit union size. So the prize distribution is set according to how many credit unions are participating, and we revisit those prize distributions twice a year. So in the beginning of the year, we see how many credit unions are participating in the program and how much we can award for prizes. And then in the middle of the year, if we have 20 credit unions on board to the program, we also get those funds and we apply them to the second half of the year by either increasing the amount of winners or increasing the prize amounts to make sure that your members are getting the prize distribution as they're entitled to. In addition to the Save to Win program is a national program. So, and it's completely random. So what that means is that there could be months in which your credit union has multiple winners, and then there could be months in which you have no winners at all because it's a national program with multiple credit unions participating. So we also wanted to be able to provide credit unions with the opportunity to develop their own specific credit union drawings for your members specifically. So if you join the Save to Win program, not only are you included in the national drawing, you also have the ability to be able to create your own custom member program. So you can decide whether your members will win $25 a month or if they can win $100 a month. We have some credit unions in which they offer thousands of dollars each quarter for their members. So really it depends on what you're willing to be able to invest in making the program the best program it can be. Now with the member-specific drawings, we just provide you with the functionality to be able to run the program based on the data that we're going to be receiving for you. So you're able to go to our site and make the member drawing, and that way you go through the same checks and balances that we do through the national program, and you're able to pick your own members, and then the program is completely funded by you, which means that there's no money exchange for your member-specific drawings between CUSG and your credit union. In addition to that, in the national program, employees and state and board members are not eligible to win the national prizes, but we also wanted to give the opportunity that in the event that you want to have a drawing for your staff, we give you the functionality to be able to do that through our site using our data. That way you can still incentivize your staff to be able to save and also get them excited about the program and know the ins and outs because they're actual participants. In addition to the national program, there are some states in which we worked with credit union leagues for the state to be able to generate a state-specific program in addition to the national program and the member-specific, the credit union-specific member drawings. So in Oregon, Texas, and Arkansas, and Indiana, we have state-specific programs. So in those states, in addition to the national drawing, there's also a state exclusive drawing in which members from the state could win prizes. So one of the questions I get the most is, well, how much time and effort is it going to take to be able to run this program within our credit union? Well, it's a very simple process. So every month, the credit union is going to send a data file to CUSG. It's going to be a common delimited file, CSV. And once we receive this file, the file will contain, the information needed to be able to calculate the number of entries for each of the accounts. We audit those files to ensure that all the entries are being accounted for. In the event that there's a discrepancy within the file that you send over to us, we will review it and flag it and make sure that we send it to you to give you the opportunity to correct the file and resubmit it to us. So once we have all the information needed to be able to do a drawing, then we pull winners and then we post them in the administration site. Then it's your responsibility to be able to review the winner's eligibility, notify them that they are winners, and then award them with the amount that they're entitled to. So once we're able to confirm the eligibility of all the members, then we send out ACH transfer with the monetary amount that your credit union needs to be able to recoup the costs that you awarded your members for that particular drawing. So I mentioned prize distribution. This is where our prize distribution is currently set. Next month, we're going to look at it to try to increase it, given that we have added 16 credit unions to our program in the first half of this year. But currently, we have every month we award 175 winners $25. Then every quarter, we have 17 prizes for $500, 10 prizes for $1,000, and then 2 grand prizes of $5,000. Now, this is for the national program. In Washington has a state-specific program, and that goes up to $1,000 a quarter. So if you're a credit union in Washington, make sure to follow up after this webinar with me so that I can provide you the specific information for Washington's prize distribution. But anyways, every year we award over 2,000 winners and over $166,000 in prizes. So compared to other programs in the United States, we have 3 times the amount of winners and more than double the monetary amount of prizes of any other PrizeLink services, PrizeLink programs within the country. So I mentioned program costs. The program costs they're used to be able to pay for the prize pool and also cover administration costs. So if you're joining the national program and the Washington specific program, depending on the size of your credit union, these are going to be your costs. So if you have 15,000 to 25,000 members, your cost to participate annually is $2,200. Now, if you decide to be able to join the program mid-month, we will prorate that amount to be able to be reflective of only the months that you're participating in. So let's say that you decided to join in July and you're only going to be participating for half of this year, then if you're 15,000 to 25,000 member credit union, you would only be responsible for $1,100 in 2019. And then in 2020, you would be billed for the entire amount of $2,200 to participate in the program. Now, one thing to note is that I mentioned that certain states have state-specific drawings. So in Oregon, Texas, and Arkansas credit unions, you also have entry fee to be able to fund the state-specific prizes. So if you're a credit union within the state of Texas and you have 15,000 to 25,000 members, you would pay $2,200 for the national program and $1,100 for the state-specific prize pool. One thing to note is that the entry cost for the state-specific prize pool, 100% of it goes towards funding the prizes. So there's no additional administration costs that are taken out to be able to cover to CUSG. We just have this additional amount to increase the chances of people within your state to be able to win one of the monthly or the quarterly drawings. Oh, move too fast. So because Save to Win is a very customizable program, it is hard to be able to have a direct comparison as to how you should expect the program to perform for your credit union. However, I wanted to be able to provide you with a snapshot as to what you could expect when it comes to the results. So in this slide, we have 18 credit unions that have joined in different times throughout these 10 years that we have been running. And it shows the number of accounts that they currently have in the Save to Win program compared to the number of members that they have, which gives us what the penetration percentage is for each of those credit unions. It also shows you what the current amount that is being saved within Save to Win accounts and what the average saved per account is per credit union. So this will allow you to give an idea as to what your program could be and what your results could be. But again, these are going to be all dependent on what your interest rate that you set, if you're going to have a member-specific drawing, and how much effort you're putting into marketing the program will be directly tied to what your results are. But at least this gives you a snapshot as to what your results could be. So overall, through March 2019, we had close to 29,000 accounts on Save to Win, which with an average of almost 1% penetration within the members of all participating credit unions. We have saved a little bit over $49 million in Save to Win accounts with an overall average save per account of close to $1,700. Currently, we have 123 credit unions in 16 states. So there is the breakdown for the credit unions based on size. So we have the vast majority of 0 to 15,000 members, but we also have up to 100,000 members plus participating in the program. One thing that I would like to note is that currently we're allowed to run the Save to Win program in Alabama, Arizona, Louisiana, Minnesota, New York, Ohio, Rhode Island, Utah, and Georgia. And in those states, we still do not have a credit union participating in those states. So if you happen to be a credit union in those states, it's a great opportunity to be able to join the program and be the first credit union within Save to Win. It's a great way to be able to have a press release and a good story of saying that you're the first participating Save to Win credit union within the state. In addition to that, Arkansas, California, Virginia, and Wisconsin only have one credit union participating in Save to Win. So that's a great opportunity to also differentiate yourself with not a lot of credit unions within those states. So if you're in those states, make sure to take a look at this presentation and reach out to me if you have any additional questions. So I mentioned administration costs. So the reason why we charge for administration costs is not just to be able to execute the drawing, but also to be able to make Save to Win a turnkey program to be able to help you promote and implement the program within your credit union. So once you join Save to Win, these are things that you're privy to and you're able to leverage to be able to launch and execute the program to the full of its ability. We have a consumer website, which is savetowin.org. You can certainly go check that website out. There's tons of information on PrizeLink savings. We have a savings toolbox and a financial education center with links to different articles on how to be able to create good financial habits. In our savings toolbox, we have savings calculators that will allow you to be able to plan if you're saving with a purpose. We also have multiple videos of PrizeLink savings news stories that featured our credit unions and Save to Win and how they made an impact within the community. So there's a lot of resources that you can leverage to be able to share this information with your members. In addition to the consumer website, we also have the credit union administration website. This website is exclusive to participating credit unions on Save to Win. In this administration site, you're going to find all the statistics related to the programs, like the ones that I just showed you, showing the number of the accounts and the penetration and the total amount saved. And it will show you what these numbers are by state and by credit union, so you can have an idea of what the results are across the board. In addition to the statistics, the administration website is where we house all the implementation and marketing documents for your credit union. So if you need to be able to download a checklist or a marketing material to be able to send to your members, you're going to find everything within the administration site. Furthermore, through the administration site is where we give you the functionality to be able to do your own member drawing and your own employee drawings. So by going through the administration site, you have an access to our data management system, and allows you to be able to draw winners for your credit union specific program and go through the same checks and balances that we typically go through. Finally, there's a data management system that operates in the background of the administration site, and this management system is where we house all the data that you're sending over to us, and it's a secure site in which you replace any personal identifiable information with a replacement, a unique identifier that will allow us to be able to run the drawing, but still maintain your data security as needed. I mentioned marketing, so we wanted to be able to have Save to Win as a turnkey program that will allow you to be able to hit the ground running. So we have a plethora of marketing materials available for you to be able to leverage in the launch and maintenance of the Save to Win program. We have branch posters, statement stuffers, and brochures. We have web banners, images, and videos that you can post up in your website. We have email copy, newsletter copy, and social media content that you can use to be able to promote the program. And we also have a press release template and talking points and frequently asked questions that will help you best answer any questions that you have from your members. Now, all these files, as I mentioned, are posted in the administration site. We have ready to print files that are available for you to be able to download, and you're able to print it either at your credit union or utilizing one of your vendors. Or if you'd like, we also offer our preferred vendor for you to be able to order through. It's just that if you decide to order marketing materials through our vendor, then there's additional printing and shipping costs that you need to pay the vendor to be able to execute those marketing pieces. Now, one of the questions that I get a lot is that can we customize these pieces? And the answer is yes. So the native files are also posted in the administration site, so you can download them and add your credit union logo to these pieces. The only thing that we ask is that you follow our brand guidelines that are also featured in the administration site, just to make sure that our logo is being represented the way that it should, and the pieces have the colors that are tied in with our brands. But it still gives you the chance to be able to add your logo and add some information related to your specific program. So in addition to having the marketing programs and all the websites, we have a 2-month onboarding program. So we try to create credit union cohorts or launch classes that launch once a quarter. So it takes 2 months to be able to onboard into the program. Within this onboarding process, we have kickoff calls, we have video tutorials, and weekly reminders to ensure that you're doing everything that you need to do to be able to launch the program successfully. We also have an implementation guide, templates for you to be able to generate your official rules and your truth and savings disclosures. We have checklists, data system requirements, and also training materials for you to be able to customize and train your staff alongside a training coaching guide for you to be able to bring Save to Win to your staff and trade in to be able to sell the program to the best of their abilities. And in addition to the onboarding, once you onboard to the program, then we have our ongoing product management. So we're constantly looking at all the information that you're sending over. If you have any issues with the data upload, or if you need to have a brainstorming session on marketing and how you can be successful with the program, we are here to provide you support with anything that you may need. So we're truly your partners throughout the program, and anything that you may need, you can give us a call and we'll be able to assist you with. So why sign on? Well, for the credit unions, the benefit is pretty clear. One, it can provide you with a product that can help increase deposits. The whole purpose of Save to Win is to be able to incentivize savings through a long period of time. So if you're looking to be able to increase deposits within your credit union, Save to Win can surely be a program that will be helping you with that. Can also help you increase total wallet share with your credit unions. We have a lot of credit unions within our program in which they had members that only had one product with them. Let's say if it's an auto loan and they didn't have a regular banking product such as a saving or checking account within the credit union. Well, Save to Win is an easy product to be able to increase that wallet share and allow for more of that stickiness within that member, because it costs only $25 to be able to open, and then every $25 that they save, they have a chance to win. Save to Win can also be a great marketing tool to be able to recruit new members. So Save to Win is exclusive to credit unions. So it's something that definitely differentiates yourself from national banks and from local banks. In addition to that, because price-linked savings accounts are so state-specific, there are not a lot of national programs out there, and there are not a lot of banks that have price-linked savings programs. So if you want to differentiate your credit union from regular financial institutions, Save to Win is a great way for you to be able to do that. It's also a great product to be able to use for PR. So if you are launching the program and you're showing that you want to be able to increase financial education within the community, or if you have a winner within your credit union, there's always an opportunity to be able to either communicate to your members or to communicate to the public at large as to how you're making an impact on the community. So it's a great way to be able to generate content for PR and marketing. It's also a great account to be able to introduce and cross-sell other credit union programs, because you're going to have all the data in these accounts. So let's say that once the account matures after 12 months, and now you have a member that has $5,000 in their Save to Win account, you can certainly ask the question as to what are they looking to be able to do with these savings. Do they want to roll it over and continue to save? Or maybe they want to do a down payment on a car, and that's a perfect time to be able to introduce them to your auto loan product. So it's a great way to have it as a conversation starter for other products within the credit union. And finally, it's easy to implement and execute. We've put a lot of effort into making the program as turnkey as it can possibly be. Now for members, it's great because it's free to open. So there's no maintenance. I mean, as long as you have $25 to be able to have that opening balance, you can keep the account open. So there's no cost every month for you to be able to maintain the account. You have a chance to win while keeping your investment and gaining interest. So, you know, I joke around saying that every time I see somebody go into a convenience store and buy a scratch-off lottery ticket, I want to shake them and be able to say, it's like, you should be opening a Save to Win account because you can win money and keep your investment. Because that's what they should be doing, rather than just, you know, taking a flyer on a chance to win. Shared certificate accounts typically have a better interest rate than regular savings accounts, so that's also a benefit to members. We still allow people to be able to access their funds once a year in the event of an emergency, and it allows members that really need it. Remember, 72% of the lottery contributors are people who are making less than $50,000 in household income. You know, you allow these people to be able to create better financial habits and start saving when they need, instead of, you know, just spending their money. And then finally, it allows members to be able to be a little bit more purposeful with their savings and allow them to save with a purpose. So I mentioned Commonwealth at the beginning of this presentation. And the Commonwealth is still a partner of ours, and they're the nonprofit that is that its mission is to be able to spread the gospel of financial responsibility. So they partner with us to be able to survey account holders of Save to Win and provide us with some statistics in the programs. I will be sharing those statistics with you after a webinar with the recording and this presentation, but I wanted to call out a couple of the stats that are listed within our latest survey. So 74% of the survey participants said that Save to Win makes them more excited about their credit union. And 63% of the participants says that building their savings would make them more likely to use other financial products of the credit union. So this speaks to the whole idea of being able to use Save to Win to introduce other products. And then my favorite stat is said that 11% of the survey participants said that the only reason they joined a credit union was to be able to open a Save to Win account. So this really speaks to being able to message those potential members that might have not considered credit unions for their banking needs and have them interest and come to your branch and be able to talk to them and being able to allow them to join. In 2018, we had a total of $329,000 in total prize money awarded. So this includes the national program, the state-specific program, and the credit union-specific programs. And so we awarded over 5,000 winners throughout 2018. And overall, we have over 77,000 accounts open since we launched. We've saved over $190 million in Save to Win accounts, and we've had an average of $2,400 in amounts saved in each of those accounts since we launched the program in 2009. On this page, we have listed some of the winners and testimonials. I won't go through each of these now, but you will be receiving the presentation, so make sure to check it out. This is the favorite part of my job, is really, hearing the stories in which Save to Win has made a difference in people's lives, whether it's with them winning a prize that they weren't expecting, or if it's because they created, better financial habits by participating in Save to Win. Those are the stories that we love hearing, and we have lots of those. So also check into our social media in Facebook and on Twitter for some more of these stories. So how to sign up? So as I mentioned to you, we have 4 main cohorts for launches, and that happens every quarter. So currently we're onboarding credit unions to be able to launch on July 1st. So the next big onboarding period would be for a launch on October 1st. So you would have to have a participation agreement and all documents signed by July 31st to be able to launch on October 1st. However, please don't take these as set in stone. If you'd like to be able to sign up now and launch 2 months from now, you certainly can do that. Just let me know and we'll send you the programs, and we'll send you a recording of the kickoff call and get you set up so that you know exactly what you need to be able to run this program. So next steps, make sure to go to the Save to Win consumer website, which is savetowin.org. Please go on Facebook and like us or follow us on Twitter. There's a lot of great information on those feeds that on Save to Win and on success stories. You can certainly reach out with any questions that you may have, or you can schedule a one-on-one overview with us. If you need to be able to get other people within your credit union involved and they want a overview, we would be glad to be able to schedule a one-on-one overview with you. And then if you're ready to be able to join the program, please send us a note and we'll send you the documents that you need to be able to sign and fill out to be able to participate in the program. At the bottom of this slide, you'll see my contact information. Again, I am Andre Mello. I am the product manager for Save to Win. And then Jessica Thalen is my counterpart and also helps with the management and execution of the program. So you can reach out to either one of us with any questions that you may have. Now, at this time, I'm going to see if there are any questions that we can cover. So one of the questions here is, so employees of participating credit unions can open and win, correct? Or is this up to each credit union to decide? Correct, it's up to each credit union to see if they want to create their own employee program. So you can either have an employee program within your credit union, or you can choose not to do an employee program. We just provide you with the functionality to be able to allow your staff to be able to open and win. They're just going to be winning the credit union specific employee program. They won't be eligible to win in the national or state specific prizes. All right, so I'm going to wait just a quick minute to see if there's any additional questions. If you have a question, you can certainly add it to the questions section in the GoToWebinar. There's another question. Is the website a microsite we are to use, or can we just source materials from it? So the consumer website is its own website, and you can use the materials from it to be able to enhance your program and leverage it to the best of your abilities. What a lot of our credit unions do is that they create a landing page for Save to Win within their own websites so that they can direct consumers to them and make it easier for members to be able to open their Save to Win account. So the consumer website is just a lot of information that you can use. And then the administration site is the website that where credit unions are going to be administering the program. So whether it's uploading the data that we need or running the drawing or being able to download materials, those are it's just a Save to Win specific website for you to be able to download all those programs. Any additional questions? I'll wait for just a minute. Okay. How would deposits need to be made to be eligible? One deposit at a time totaling 25 or over a time period, $10 here, $15 there, and eventually totally $25. Yeah, the way that you get an entry is for a $25 increase month over month. So if you have $10 in the first week of the month and then you have $15 at the last week of the month, as long as you have $25 month over month, you get an entry. So in the event, let's say that somebody deposits $25, but then they have to withdraw $25 within the same month, they wouldn't win any entries for the month because there would be no month over month balance increase. Can the shared certificate roll over for continued savings or start a new CD each year? No, they're definitely rolled over, and we actually ask you to be able to have an automatic rollover from with your members, and we ask you to be able to set that up within your core. The one thing to note is that once it matures, there's a grace period in which the members can withdraw their amount with no penalty. Once it matures, they have 30 days to be able to do that, but then it can certainly roll over whatever amount they need for the following year. All right, let's see if there's any other additional questions. It wouldn't roll over into one of your CDs. It would just roll over into the Save to Win account. So it's the same Save to Win shared certificate account that rolls over year over year. So employees can, if we give you, so another question that came up is, did you say employees cannot open this type of shared certificate? So you can, we allow you to customize this particular item within your rules. So if you would like to be able to have your employees open an account, they are not eligible for the national and state specific prizes, but you can create an own self-funded employee drawing in which you would draw names and award your employees using our systems. All right, so last questions going once, last questions going twice. Another question is whether family of employees, are they allowed to win? That's another customizable feature. You are, you're able to determine whether a family of employees are eligible to win or not within your program. All right. And then questions going 3 times. So that's it for today, folks. As I mentioned, a recording and then an overview of the presentation. The PDF of the presentation is going to be sent over to you alongside some additional materials for you to be able to review and consider Save to Win. If you have any questions or concerns, you can certainly reach out to either Jessica or myself, and we would be glad to be able to answer any questions you may have. And hopefully we'll see you very soon as part of our program. So thank you very much, and I hope to speak to you guys soon.